The Male Reproductive System by Jennifer Weidman. The purpose of the male reproductive system is to produce, maintain, and transport sperm and protective fluid. Most of the male reproductive organs are located on the outside of the body. The major anatomy of the male reproductive system is the penis, scrotum, testicles, epididymis, van deferens, semivesicles, the prostate, and the urethra. The penis has three parts: the glans or the tip, the shaft, and the root that is attached to the abdomen. The body of the penis has three chambers made up of spongy tissue and blood vessels. The tissues contain thousands of large spaces that are filled with blood when a man is sexually aroused. It becomes rigid and erect for penetration during sexual intercourse. The loose pouch-like sac of skin that hangs behind and below the penis is the scrotum. Inside the scrotum are the testicles as well as nerves and blood vessels. The scrotum acts as a climate control system for normal sperm development. The testicles or testes must be kept slightly cooler than the body. The wall of the scrotum has special muscles that allow it to contract and relax. Moving the testicles closer to the body will keep them warm. Relaxing the muscles will move them further away from the body to cool them down. The testicles are oval-shaped organs that are secured at each end by a structure called the spermatic cord. Most men are born with two testicles. The testicles have a seminiferous tubulars that develop sperm. The sperm cells divide and change until they have a head and a tiny tail like a tadpole. The head contains genetic material or genes. The tails are used to push themselves into the epididymis. Mature testicles are usually about 2 inches in length and 1 inch in diameter. Testicles are responsible for making sperm and testosterone, the primary male sex hormone. Because they produce hormones like testosterone, they are also considered part of the endocrine system. Testosterone produces body and facial hair. It also causes a boy's voice to deepen. The duct system of the male reproductive system are the epididymis and the van deferens and the urethra. The epididymis is a long coiled tube that rests on the back side of each testicle. Sperm that emerges from the testes are immature and incapable of fertilization. The epididymis brings the sperm to maturity and transports them to the van deferens, a long muscular tube that goes from the epididymis into the pelvic cavity and behind the bladder where it meets the seminal vesicles. The seminal vesicles are sac-like pouches that attach to the van deferens near the bladder. They produce a sugar-rich fluid, fructose, that provides sperm with a source of energy to help them move. The fluid makes up 60% of the ejaculatory fluid. Below the vesicles, the van deferens runs through the prostate. The prostate is a walnut-sized muscular gland below the bladder and in front of the rectum. The prostate gland contributes additional seminal fluid and helps propel the fluid into the urethra. The prostate contracts and closes off the opening between the bladder and the urethra, allowing only semen to be ejaculated. Just below the prostate is the bulbourethral gland, also known as the Cowper's gland. The Cowper's glands are pea-sized structures located on the sides of the urethra. The gland produces a clear, slippery fluid that empties directly into the urethra and neutralizes any acidity that may be present due to residual drops of urine left in the urethra. The urethra carries the semen outside of the body through the penis. Disease of the male reproductive system. Peyronie's disease is a development of fibrous scar tissue or plaque in the spongy tissue in the shaft of the penis. When sexually aroused, blood flows to these chambers and the penis expands and straightens and stiffens to form an erection. When the penis stretches with an erection, the scar tissue doesn't stretch and the penis bends or becomes disfigured. The main cause of the disease is trauma to the penis, either from one significant event or small traumas experienced during intercourse. Physically, it can interfere with sexual function, making it difficult to have or maintain an erection. It can also make urination difficult. Questions about the disease remain unanswered. It's still unknown why some men are more susceptible to contracting Peyronie's disease. Some factors could contribute to the disease are heredity or an age of 55 or older. Treatments include suturing the unaffected sides to shorten it, resulting in the penis to straighten, but it can cause penile shortening or erectile dysfunction. Incision and grafting, cutting into the scar tissue, usually allowing the sheath to stretch out and the penis to straighten, usually done in more severe cases. This is cause of an even greater risk of erectile dysfunction. Pharmaceutical options are verapamil, a drug that treats high blood pressure and disrupts the production of collagen or protein that forms the scar tissue. Interferon, a type of protein that interrupts production of fibrous tissue. And collagenase, targets and breaks down collagen that causes penile curvature. Hit it again.
I felt like your